before we can test the project on a real device, we have to set some configurations. We have to enable the camera on the device, and we also have to get a team part of the application. We have to set the developer team. So let's do that in this lecture. First, we have to add the ability to use the camera in the application. So we are going to go into the target of the app, which is just the top level element in the project hierarchy, and we're going to select info in the different options. Here we can set custom iOS target properties. So we have properties like the bundle name, the bundle identifier, the launch screen, and more. You can add another key to this list just by clicking plus on any of these different elements. So you click on that plus button, and that will allow you to add a second or new entry to this list. We're going to call this privacy, and then we want to have camera usage description. You can hit tab to auto-complete this key. So this is a new entry you want to add, privacy camera usage description. If you can't auto-complete it, just type it in. The type is a string, and then the value is a description. So we have to set this so that way we can use the camera of our user's device, because the camera is a private object. You can't just automatically use your user's camera. You have to actually first get permission from them. So this is how you can ask for permission from every user. Whenever they launch the app, you ask them for permission. Can we use the camera because it's required for the app? So let's set the description in as the value. So I'm going to set here, this app requires your camera to show the scene. I'm just typing in my description and hitting enter, and that will put that in as the value. Okay, so now as long as our user hits accept, we'll be able to use their camera to render the augmented reality scene with their camera. Okay, so we need this for the project. One more thing we need is to set the signing and capabilities, because if you want to use this project and run it, if you want to run an augmented reality project on a device, you have to have a team. And you can get a team just by creating an Apple account. So here under team, select a team. For example, here is my team, Alex Kropova, personal team. Okay, and then Apple will create a signing certificate for this team, just so that the application is signed. So you have to do this to run an augmented reality app. You don't have to do it to run a regular app, but for augmented reality, you do need to have a personal team. So you just sign in with your Apple account, and then that will use you as a team. Okay, so that is what we need to start running our application. Now we can run the application on our device. So you have to connect your device to your computer, and you can use an iPhone or an iPad. Then you can select the device at the top here. So at the top you have your app icon, the name of the app, and then where you're running it. So if you click on this, you can actually select what you want to run on. First, you have the simulators, but you can't use the simulator for augmented reality. You have to use a real device. So here I have the device, my device listed. I'm going to select that. So now I'm going to be launching my device, my app on my device. So I'm going to press run here, and that is going to build and run the project for my device. So here we can see the steps. We're building step 20 out of 36. So just be patient as the application builds. Then the application will actually appear on your phone. It will have the app icon of just this default icon, and it will have this name of your project name, and you can actually click on it and open it as you would any other app. The first time that you run it, you have to be patient. It will take longer than usual to build and run the app the first time. Also, augmented reality apps can take longer to load, so every time you run it, you do have to be a bit patient. It can take a minute to load. It all depends on your computer and your actual device. Okay, so then you'll get this message running the application on your device name, and you'll be able to see that application appear. then you can click on the application and you'll be able to open it. And when you do open it, you should be able to give permission to use your camera, and then you will be able to see the augmented reality scene. Just wait for this running to finish. Once it says that it's finished running, then that means your application is ready for testing. So once it's finished running, open the application on your device and you can test it out. You may have to enable your device for testing, and for that, go to your device, go to Settings, the Settings application, then General and Device Management, and there, trust your computer so that way you can run apps from the computer on your device. You'll notice that you can see your world in the camera via the application. This tells me that we've been able to grab the user's camera and render their world. Now, we can't actually see the planes that are being detected, so let's add some more code that will allow us to see what planes are being detected via the camera. Here in my editor, I can see that I have started an augmented reality session and I added a coaching overlay. I'm also going to add debug options so that way we can see the planes that are detected. Here I'll use a hashtag if followed by debug, and then I'm going to end the if statement with hashtag end if. So what this is doing is if debugging mode is enabled, we'll run certain code. So it will only work if debugging is enabled. And what we'll do is we'll set view.debug options, which allows us to change the default debugging options. We're going to have a list here where we have that we want to show feature points, which will display a point cloud showing the results of the scene analysis. We'll also use show anchor origins and show anchor geometry. Okay, then let's go ahead and save this. Let's see, make sure that we have everything here available. Show anchors, it should be show anchor origins, okay. Then we can save this file with Command S, and then let's go ahead and run the project again on our device, and this time we'll be able to see the planes that are detected. So give this a moment to build and run, and then open the app again on your device and you'll be able to see the planes detected as long as debug mode is enabled, that you didn't turn it off. Here we can see our iPhone is displaying our world, and now we have this green color appearing. This green represents the planes that are found. We can also see our anchor points that it's using, and if I put my hand into the camera, you can see it will detect my hand using those anchor points. We'll also detect the object that has appeared with that 3 axes, X, Y, and Z, that will appear on top of the object to show that a new object has appeared in the frame. So that is how we can now see our anchor points, our anchor geometry, and our focus geometry. If you want to learn more iOS development, then pledge to our Kickstarter, the Complete 22 Web Development and Machine Learning Bundle, which also has a lot of app development content. And it is live now, link in description.